This is day 291. Don't be a rock. A philosophy that dates back to ancient times is the idea that either being an agent of action or being one that is acted upon. This concept has many sources, but the first recorded one is the writings of Aristotle. He distinguished between praxis and pathos. Praxis is the nature of action, and pathos is when you are acted upon in a persuasive way. In all of these discussions, the universal conclusion is that it is better to be an agent of action rather than just reacting to the actions that affect you. This same dilemma is immortalized in the Shakespearean drama in which Hamlet struggles with action in the famous phrase, "To be or not to be, that is the question." So, my eighth principle out of 10 that I'm doing this week is Principle 8: don't be a rock. Choose to act and not be acted upon. Jean Paul Sartre discusses this concept in his book L'être et la nant, which essentially means being and nothingness. This is a fundamental book in the existentialist movement that started in the mid 20th century. In this work, he discusses mauvaise foi, or the act of self deception. We can fool ourselves into thinking that we have no choice or bad faith and that we have no freedom to act for ourselves. Immanuel Kant wrote that we were all free agents to act for ourselves and that as rational beings we always could choose our own paths. However, we could be influenced by external forces and evil desires. Effectively, in his idea, we could choose to act in accordance with our morality, laws, and ethics, or we could find ourselves under the influence of forces opposed to those things. In my mind, I have come to the conclusion that there are two types of things in this universe: those things that act and those things that get acted upon. Conscious, rational beings and everything else. You can choose to act for yourself, or you can do nothing and be acted upon like the other matter in the universe. To remind myself of this, I have shortened this principle to be: don't be a rock. It is always best if you are the agent, the one who is making the decisions and selecting the path. If you find yourself in a situation where people are making the choices for you, then you are no better off than a rock. I would rather be free falling into the unknown than be in a controlled and safe environment with all of the rocks. This principle has served me well. I want all of my decisions to be my own, to be free to choose, to be free to act. I want to be the agent of my own destiny, to be the one with praxis and not the victim of pathos. In a phrase, I want to be more than just a rock.